Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a U-Haul truck / moving van. I wonder if you guys can tell what part of my city I've been working on recently. This is the amount of space required to make your build. Feel free to make this grid if you do feel as though it will help you out. And here are all of the materials that we will be using throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of our stuff, we can get started. So step 1, if you have made the grid, I'm going to extend inwards 1 block from the front right hand corner and place a black concrete. Behind this, an upside down polished andesite stairs, followed by 6 polished black stone slabs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then another black concrete, 2 more black stone slabs, 1, 2. Extend across by 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we simply just want to copy what we have on that side over to this side. There isn't any variation, so we can quite easily do this. And all we have to do to finish the base off is add a row of smooth quartz slabs in front of the base, and then we can fill the center of our truck in using polished andesite slabs, just like this. So the next thing that we're going to do is we are actually going to work from the back to the front. On top of the back 2 corners here, or you can start off on 1 corner, we want to place 1, 2, 3, 4 light grey concretes extending up. Stick a polished andesite slab on top and extend forwards by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Underneath, place a light grey concrete, an upside down polished andesite stairs underneath. Then, form a solid andesite block behind, light grey concrete, and then join that down to the base. All we then want to do is fill the top of this in using block of quartz, not smooth, just regular old block of quartz. I want the texture. Add a row of red concrete underneath, and then all we're going to do here is place a row of block of quartz. And if you like the design choice, an upside down polished andesite stairs above the tire there. And we're just going to flip onto the other side now, and bar losing our flight, we are going to do the exact same thing. So it's quite easy just to copy it over, shouldn't give us too much trouble whatsoever. And this is going to form the side of the truck, of course, and this is where the branding is going to go. And I did decide to, like I said, you may not like it yourself, I did decide to go with the regular block of quartz instead of the smooth. That's something that you might want to change, but I kind of like the effect here on this particular vehicle, so it's up to you. We want to fill the top of the truck in as well, meaning the roof, using some polished andesite slabs, just joining both sides together. That leaves us a gap at the front and the back. So on the front of the build, I'm quickly just going to get rid of the black concrete, and I'm going to grab, we don't even have it on us, but trust me when I tell you we need the material, we need some quartz stairs. And we're going to place 2 upside down quartz stairs joining the 2 light grey concretes together. Then red concrete underneath those stairs. We then want to place furnaces on the front 2 center smooth quartz slabs that we have just down below. And in doing that, that will allow us to place red concrete next to the furnaces and extending backwards into the camp. Then place red concrete behind the furnaces like this, and that's perfect. We've made some good headway here, because now we can just grab... Oh, after moving to the back of the build whilst we have it, we also want to seal up the back of the truck using some polished andesite stairs, just like this. So this just goes all the way up to the top, and that is basically just the door that like slides open and up and down. And it might even be better, actually, like if we replace this top set with some like upside down quartz stairs, that might look a little bit better. And we also want to add a row of polished blackstone slabs hanging off the back. And we can also add some controls too, so why don't we just grab some new materials whilst we're at it, okay? So on the back of the build here, we're going to want to grab a lever, we're going to need some acacia buttons, we're going to need some item frames, we also need the diorite wall, and that pretty much covers it for the back part of the build here, but what we also want to be able to do is the inside the cab, which requires an end rod, some trapdoors. I'm using polished deep slate stairs, but you can kind of use any stair that you want. And we'll also need some block of quartz as well. And I'm going to re-grab the polished andesite stairs because I'm just going to head inside the truck for this. And right at the front of the truck, I just want to have a stair, my polished deep slate stair. I'm going to have it here on the... Actually, let's make it English. We'll have it on the right side of the vehicle here, and we'll put an end rod in front, oak trapdoor on top, so this is just like the steering wheel. We're going to have a lever here, so that can be like a gear shift or what have you. And this is basically just the cab, so what we can then do from here is we can just seal this up using the block of quartz, and we can work our way back out. And again, all of this is kind of subjective. Like, if you're going to have a couple of these, you might want to vary them, but you could leave this open, like this partially open, or you could have it sealed up like this. And you could even put stuff in the back. We'll have that as an option for later, but I'm going to add a couple of diorite walls, just one just on the left and right hand side here. A couple of item frames just up at the top, right next to the upside down stairs. On the left side of the build, and also the right side, I just want like an acacia button to look like indicators or something of the sort. And on one side, I'm going to have the driver's side, or, well, it's not the driver's side, the passenger side. I'm going to have the lever, which looks as though that it may control this little lift system here. So this is meant to look as though it can like... I'm sure that you guys have seen these before. So in doing that, we can now head to the front of the build and we can place some more acacia buttons. So on the left and right, and also just up at the top here, I just kind of want to have these. So what we can then do is we can grab some glow item frames. Maybe the block of quartz, maybe not. We could even use some red concrete, some acacia trap doors. We could use some signs, some stone buttons, and then some white carpet, and then we're kind of like getting towards the end. Oh, we need the glass pane as well. So the glass pane is of course for the actual... We need tripwire hooks too. So the glass pane is for the actual window screen of the vehicle. The stone buttons are for the wheels, so we're just going to place these on the outside of the wheels, just all the way around. Tripwire hooks are to make it look as though that we can actually open the cab. The white carpet I'm just going to use for the grille, just like this, just on top of it. You could even place it all on top of the entire like bonnet if you wanted to, but kind of just like on the top of the furnaces should do. Glow item frames for the headlights, which you may also want to fill with a block of quartz. Acacia trap doors I just like in front of the furnaces. It just makes it look a little bit better in my opinion. Oak signs, I'm just going to literally have like you, hall, and there we go. Just like that, nice and simple. And then finally, we're kind of at the point here where we just have to write the sign, which shouldn't be too difficult. So we've got our loom, banners, black dye. Throw the loom down, open it up. First banner, we're going to chuck a bunch of black dye in there. So the first letter we need is U, so that's vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal across the bottom. Next would be H, so vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal through the middle. Next would be A, so vertical on the left, vertical on the right, horizontal on the top, and then horizontal through the middle. And last but not least, we're going to have a vertical on the left, horizontal on the bottom. Now, you realize that we have an extra banner, and that's because we're in creative mode. But if you aren't in creative mode, then you're going to have to remake another U. And these banners are going to be placed like this. It's quite simple. Where the red starts on the sides of the truck, so here, we want to have U space H-A-U-L. There we go. Perfect. And we want to just do the same on the opposite side, except we want to place them, so we're going to leave the gap and U, H, A, U, L. Perfect. Because obviously if we want to try and like start on this side here with like U space H, U, you know, we're going to have it backwards, so no good. And that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very, very happy with how this has turned out. Now, that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen, but we can enhance this build a little bit depending on the situation. So I'm going to run through these situations that you may or may not want to do. So let's have a look. I have constructed 2 more trucks for you, and hopefully this will inspire you. If not, it will do absolutely nothing, and that's fine as well. So, first truck that we have here, you can see that I have changed the colour scheme of it. Red is more traditional, but if you wanted to vary things up, I have made this one light blue. And at the back of the truck, you can see that now we have the truck open, which is just a nice little touch. So instead of it just being closed and boring like you can see over there, you can have it open and you can store whatever you like in the back. Even if it's just something simple like this, it just adds a nice little touch of detail. Now, taking that one step further, we have a yellow truck, and by the way, all of these look good in all of the different colours. Now, if we take this one step further, we can have the same open back, but we can also throw things around the build as well, so stuff that would be transported by the U-Haul, such as a sofa or a lamp or a fish tank without any fish, safety first. And we have a chest and I don't know what that is on top of the table, and we also have an armor stand as well. So this is pretty good as well if you don't mind having a bit of a messier environment. And of course we can even back one of these up onto one of the drives, which I'll actually do now. So I had to go and find a much bigger drive for this to be suitable, but I actually really like it. I think it looks awesome on a drive. Especially at the end of a cul-de-sac like this, where this representation of the U-Haul with the stuff out of the back looks really cool. It's an awesome build if you have any houses in your world, if you have a suburbs, whatever you want to do with it, very versatile. And that's it. I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing. Click that little bell. If you have any interest whatsoever in building some of my other city-related builds, check out the card system and the description below for the City Builds playlist. And if you want to play in this world, feel free to become a channel member, and every single channel member gets a download link for the Java version of Stream City every single time there is updated in the community section. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!